Sit back and tune in. Let's explore a sexy movement. Your favorite club in Toronto is now live, so listen to the show. Dance, flirt, play in the X Club. Your fantasies in the X Club. Dance, flirt, play in the X Club. Your fantasies in the X Club.
Welcome back to our 10th episode of the X-Files. We have the loveless Mistress Cherry here today.
Woo! Excited! Woo!
And she is a pro dominatrix, and she's going to be telling us a lot about what being a dom is like. So, with my first question, what is a dom, Miss Cherry?
What is a dom? That's a great question.
Yeah.
I love it. So what is a dom? So a dom, spelled D-O-M-M-E, is a female that usually, professionally or personally, dominates men or women or all genders as well. And there's also male doms as well, D-O-M. And so it's basically about becoming a submissive, is giving up control. And we'll get into more in our other questions, but it's just about giving up that control and that dominatrix, showing them on a great journey. So a dom is that total power exchange.
Yeah.
Every dom is different, so I speak to it very much from a professional dominatrix point of view, but it's really about giving up that control and really taking that submissive on an incredible journey from start to finish.
I like the journey. Like, that's where that got me, the word journey. I was like, it's a journey.
So it is a journey. It is a journey. And with me, it's never a revolving door. It's not just about whips and chains. It is about that experience. It really, really is. And the most important thing to me as a dom, if I'm doing it professionally or personally, is that person is happy, right?
Yes.
That is yes, they say, oh, do whatever you want. I can do whatever you want, but it's really about that consensual, non-consensual. So on our interview here, it's always consensual, non-consensual. That is the most important thing, and when we're talking about power exchange and dom, that's the most important thing. And also rack, if I can throw this in, I might end with this as too, is that rack is risk awareness, consensual kink. So it's all consensual, and I have my boundaries just as submissives have their boundaries as well. So
that's great. There's boundaries involved. It's not just like a
free-for-all.
Free-for-all, yeah. I was like, should I say that? Yeah, okay, it's not a free-for-all. Yeah. There is boundaries involved, which is great. This is good to know. So how long have you actually been a dom for, and how did you get started?
Oh, that's another great question. I've been a dom going into a decade. Actually,
nice.
So quite a long time. Really kind of left the corporate vanilla world, nothing wrong with vanilla world, and really just love this. So, and how I got into it is I was really involved when I was still working in the world, is I met some great kinky people. So my kinky partner at the time, we were planning like munches. So you know munches where you go out and talk to like-minded people. And in my area, which is Burlington, there really became a kink community. And I've been kinky my whole life. 20s, took a little hiatus for, kids and marriage, and then I'm in my 40s, right back to kink. I'm in my 50s now, but anyways.
And you look great.
Oh, well, thank you. Oh, thank you, girl.
Yes, give me a little hair flip.
That's hair flip. So then I met two lifestyle couples, and what that means that the female was the dom and her husband was a subby, and so they lived it 24/7. So they were lifestyle dominants within their female-led relationship, or there was another one, a male-led relationship. That's a whole other story for another time. And I got quite close to them, and I was really thinking, maybe I'm a submissive, and then I found out as a sub, you can get paid. You can get paid and get spanked. Wow. Oh. So I thought about I know, it's true. And then I thought about the safety aspects, to be honest, right? Not that I'm a petite woman, I'm also not a big woman, right? So I thought safety, and then she said to me one day, she said, you make a great pro dom. I'm like, oh, really? Really? I can do that? So she started guiding me, and the male dom did too, because I started out very sadistic. I've kind of really leveled out. I realized when I started out being a sadist, that there's only like 10% that kind of masochists that can kind of meet me. So you really become a sensual sadist.
I have to know more about this.
Yes.
I have to know more about this.
Yes. So there's.
How did that go? So what did you do for being say that again.
Sadist. So it's a
sadist, yeah.
So I had to tone myself down a bit. I just had to realize it goes back to the journey. So as we all do in lifestyle, is that I've evolved to kind of chill it down. That, and my first few sessions, not just about whips and chains. It's just not about that revolving door. It's about the connection. And what I realize that every person, just as you and I are standing here, every submissive is completely different.
Yeah.
So when I first started, because I am self-taught, even though I had guidance, so I didn't go to classes or anything like that, I just really realized that everyone is completely different. And what I did do when I decided I was going to be a pro dom, while I was still working, I was doing it on the side, but what I did my first year is I looked on FetLife for a practice subby, believe it or not. That would be no financial exchange. And he was all for it. Met him a couple times, went over the safety aspects. And I was wondering, what kind of dom am I? Am I a foot fetish dom?
Yeah.
Am I a servitude dom?
So
am I full serve? Yeah. So what am I? So we he was a great volunteer sub, I guess you could call him. Lucky guy. No. I was lucky.
Lucky guy.
I was lucky too, because he was actually a professional sub. So
amazing!
He
got to teach.
I got to try everything and for sounding, and I know there's so much verbiage when it comes to BDSM, so don't get lost in that, right?
She'll teach us.
I'll teach us, right? I gotcha. So it really taught me that I am a sadist, but I need to calm down a bit, and I should back up. So there is different, people call BDSM different things. I go by it has changed over the years, but I do bondage, domination, sadism, masochism. So some people will say, there's different acronyms. Yes, that's just what I go by in my business, if people wonder about that.
Amazing.
So that's how I got started.
Yeah.
And then my partner at the time just did my website and says, "You're going live on Thursday." I'm like, "Oh my God, am I?" I was like,
"Oh my gosh."
My first session, I'm like pacing, He's like, but yes. So the first 3 sessions are a blur, and but I don't get nervous anymore. And you know what? The subbies, the clients, even though it's that dynamic, that professional exchange, they become your friends.
Yeah, it's like a trusting relationship at that point, right?
Right.
So there is some kind of trust and exchange involved that you have to come together.
Yes, it's like guidance, right?
Yeah.
And it becomes, and we talked about this earlier off camera, as it becomes, I really realize, a really spiritual journey and almost a counseling journey as well. Like, it's just not about the toys we have in front of us, even though it's added bonus.
We're getting there.
We're getting there. Don't you worry. Anyway, yes.
We're getting there.
Okay.
So my next question for you is, why do you think people like being dominated?
That's another good question. So I primarily do dominate men, so I'm going to focus on that. But the common, when I first sit down with someone, why are you here? I always do a vetting call, of course, an actual phone call, through text and emails, to make sure we're on the same page and they understand my boundaries and I understand them. Then once they meet, we have the same sort of conversation, face to face. And the main thing is that is an escape. Right?
Okay.
It is an escape. And I'm not trying to be gender specific here at all, but a lot of men come that they have to be in charge at their job and at home.
Okay,
and they feel that. I know as women we feel that as well. Don't get me wrong when I say this, because I'm very all about all the different non-gender binary, but is that I'm trying to be politically correct here. Right. But it's just about they come just to escape from reality. Right, same reason people come to clubs, right? Just to escape from the other world, their job. Maybe they also for counseling, for sometimes to be disciplined, to lose weight. Like, there's all sorts of different reasons. Or they're coming just to talk, or they were in a kinky relationship and they miss it and they want this part of their lives. They want to come to someone they trust. And another reason they come is that they're pursuing a partner that is kinky, to meet but they're not sure what to look for, or they can't find it, because it is hard. It is hard to find, as we know. Yes, any relationship, but to find that kinky, person that's going to dominate you or top you, and dominant and topping is different, but I can answer that question if you like. But it's to really, they haven't found that right partner and what to look for, right?
Okay.
Or in some some men that have wives, girlfriends, no, the wife, girlfriend says, no, I can't fill that need for you. Go and see.
I
do have some, not everyone.
So that means like their partners know that they're going out and doing this.
Yes.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Yes, not everyone. Don't get me wrong.
Not everybody.
Right, not everybody, but a lot, say, yeah, go. I can't do that for you. I can't do a spanking. I can't do strap on. So go see Mistress Cherry, right? And I've talked to wives and girlfriends. They're comfortable with me, right? And we're gonna.
That's awesome.
Because it's no, like I pointed at myself. No, like it's no sex, right?
Yeah.
We'll get into that, but it really is that connection and that trust. And I have a lot of people that are single and just part of their journey. So people that will come once a year, once every 2 years, once a month, once a week, it doesn't matter. But with their own particular kink.
Yeah. Oh, so everyone has a different kind of kink.
Yes, they do.
Okay, so then, speaking of that, Mistress Cherry actually also has her own home dungeon, which she's going to tell us about it, and then maybe on a future episode she'll let us see.
Yes. Come on over.
Yes, we're gonna do a home tour of her home dungeon. So tell us about your home dungeon.
Sure, absolutely. So my home dungeon, where it all began, I call it Cherry's Chambers.
Yes,
Cherry's Chambers is
Cherry's Chambers. I love that.
Yes, right. And it is in Burlington, and it is in like an apartment idea, and people always ask, it's very discreet. So what I like about having it in an apartment condo idea is that people are nervous, right? So if they come in, no one kind of knows where they're going. It's just discreet, right?
Yeah.
I made that dungeon in a middle room. It's very quaint. It's actually late 1800s antique furniture.
Love that.
So
my God.
So it's so the most important thing to me, which is similar to how comfortable you've made me feel coming into the X Club, it's like you're coming into my home, right, is be comfortable. There's the shower. Would you like a drink of water? Right, just water, sorry.
Just water.
Safety, things like that. So then within that, it's a small space, but it's very, very versatile and very usable and very dom friendly, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like you're crowded. It's beautiful. I love it.
I can't wait to see it.
I do love it, and we'll give you, and I do have a website that people, if you're curious watching this, you can look it up. So I have lots of equipment, so just picture the antique furniture around.
Yes, love this.
Lots of mirrors. You gotta have lots of mirrors.
Yes.
Love mirrors.
Gotta look at yourself, gotta look at your partner.
Look at me. I like watching them watching me.
Yes, exactly. You watching me, watching you, watching me.
That's right, watching you. It just keeps going. I love mirrors. So I have a few mirrors in there, and then I have the main equipment. So I have a St. Andrew's cross in there. I have a suspension swing I can take off and on. I have a kneeling bench, which is actually called the effing bench for strap-on play. I'm trying to be properly here. I have a spanking bench. I have a bondage board, suspension area for safety. I don't take you up off the ground.
My goodness.
But I do have, as you can picture, a suspension area with cuffs. I didn't bring all my toys. And then I have tons and tons of toys. I do medical play, so I have a medical play area.
Where do you get these things?
Oh my God, it's a great, kind of everywhere. Like when I first started, was me, the cross, and I think my crop and this flogger, and that was it. And so it's grown, right? But my kinky partner over the years that I had made me all this furniture, to be quite honest.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
When we tour to the Toronto dungeon, the Kink pad, he's made the whole dungeon.
Wow.
Yeah,
so you basically kind of have to make your own things unless you can find it, and I'm sure it's really expensive.
You could. It is. You can do, and I will get to this, but I have a Facebook group, and we've done a theme called Do It Yourself Kink. So
That's awesome.
You can do yourself, and you can do kink on a budget too, right?
Yeah.
Just go to Home Depot, right?
My favorite store.
That's right. I'll take one of those. So that is kind of the layout of the Burlington dungeon.
That's amazing.
And it's a great space, very comfortable. Then the Kink pad in Toronto, which has been closed during COVID, I'm relaunching it in September. It is 900 square feet of pure kink.
Oh my goodness.
So
does everybody hear that?
Yeah, 900 feet of pure kink. And it is incredible to dom in. My dream is to have a subby tied up in each room and go from room to room once we get out of everything.
God.
That's my dream. There you go. Sign yes.
Sign up. Make your dream come come true.
That's
Make
right.
the dream come true.
So just a quick layout of that. So you walk in and you have like the kitchen area with mirrors, because we both liked mirrors and love mirrors. And so we'll have like the suspension swing you put up and the other table and spanking bench. So it's kind of like the kinky area. And then there's the facilities, washroom facilities.
Yeah.
And then the middle room is a bondage bed. So the bedroom's all like PVC, so bondage bed, great for wax play, great for strap-on play.
Oh my
And there's a little window to look through.
For voyeurs.
For voyeurs. You're right, little stool. And then at the end is like the social room we call the PVC room. So all the walls are done in PVC, and that's where our cross is. We have a human-size cage that both of us could fit in there. I'm not gonna lock us up. Yes, yeah, and so it's love. And I keep hinting to things. So anything that I tell you is that yes, I'm a true dom. I love being dominant. But anything I talk about, I have tried. So I have been in the cage. So I can only be a good dom if I know what this flogger feels like. If I know what it's like to give up the control. So I was a selective switch, meaning I only sub for one person. That's what a selective switch means. Okay. I kind of make up my own verbiage, so don't get lost
That's okay.
in it.
I feel like honestly, you can do that.
Yes.
I make up my own verbiage sometimes too.
That's right. So that is the Toronto Kink Pad. So yes.
That's awesome. Do you want to talk about some of these toys? Let's let everybody see these toys right now.
I do. Let's see the toys. So these are collars. Right.
Okay. Yeah. I actually I'm about the collar. Like
you can put one on if you like. So a collar. So to me, putting a collar on isn't always about ownership. It is about giving up that control. So when clients, submissives, are with me, I brought that one for you actually.
Yeah,
I did. Is that when you put on that collar and cuff, you're really giving up that control. And I love all my clients are always collared and cuffed. Even if someone my God.
Right? I did not do it up. My hair's in the way. Hey, we can do it up
Let's do it up. Sorry, I mean to yank it off. Right?
No, but let's try.
Let's try. There we go. So this one is comfortable, nice and soft.
Yeah.
So I'm not doing it super tight.
I like this. I feel like honestly, I would wear this in public.
Yeah. So okay, now I can. I love that.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
this is amazing.
That looks great on you.
I'm just gonna wear it for the rest of the
That's okay. There we go. And then this is
like a multi one.
Yes, this is smaller, so it's more feminine, if I can say, right? More feminine. And this one is great because I didn't bring my leads and everything. I have leads and chains that I can lead them around.
Yeah.
And you can put the clamps and that on that. I just brought a sample today.
Oh my gosh,
so
this is amazing.
And a great way to get in. So subspace. You might hear me dropping subspace. So what subspace means is you're giving up that complete control. That in that time that you are with me, you're only hearing my voice, feeling my touch, and you're getting lost. And you're almost like that spiritual journey we talked about. Yeah. Really floating on the ceiling. So that's why
I feel like I need to try this. I actually did say I want to be tied up and stuff. I've never done that before, so that's
rope bondage is inescapable. Rope bondage is great on the cross, absolutely. And that's a very popular thing. So to really get into that space, a blindfold, and also even at clubs, blindfold is great. So you kind of take away everything. It's called sensory deprivation. Yeah. So there's hoods and masks and and gags, which I'm going to show you. So this is a blackout mask as well. And I used to have a black and white one, and I lost it at a sex club. No lie. Hate that. Yeah. So that's the mask. You can look at that. So not everyone likes a gag because I do like that interactive sub, meaning a strong bottom. So you don't want just sitting there. So yes, mistress. Thank you, mistress. And we can get into protocol at another time because I could talk forever about that. Not high protocol, but it's that respect.
Yeah.
And mistress, may I speak? Because it takes me out of my space so I can listen. So with a gag, if you're going to have a gag and you still want safe play, you might have them hang on to it and bring something metal, so if they need me, they drop it, because you play with a safe word. Yeah. Clients that don't play with me with a safe word, I don't dominate, they have been with me 7, 8, 9 years.
So you guys have
yeah, pineapple is very common, I know, within the lifestyle, but I just say stop. So this is a flogger. This is great for either sensual or impact play, right? So you can do a figure 8, and it can, it's not about the pain, but it's about that sensation and that journey that we keep talking about. So let me try. Yeah, so you can snap it, right? Yeah.
I can see how that's like enjoyable.
Right. And it can be very relaxing, and some people do a flogging to music as well, like at a club, and it's lovely. So we're always talking about this. It's not always about the pain, it's about that sensation. Can it be painful? People want that sense of discipline or punishment? Absolutely. And floggers come, like I have a few floggers, heavier, lighter. This one's a mixture of leather.
Yeah, this one's leather.
Nice. It's nice. And what I like about this one is a nice swivel handle. Yeah. So that's flogging.
Ooh, yeah, you can literally
and I will say at the club, people like to watch flogging, and it's very relaxing for the dom or the top or the bottom and the sub as well. It's a love. I can flog all day, to be quite honest. I can flog all day. I love flogging. Yes, and then you can get a little more hardcore impact play. Of course, you can do your hand. You can do spanking with your hand. Nothing like skin to skin, but you can hear that, right?
Yeah.
And it's also very sensory, right? There we go.
That one definitely hurts more than the floggers.
Yes, it really does. It has a snap. And when I do dominate, you can say no marks, and that's okay. And I can really
no
watch.
marks. Okay, so that means like leaving no.
No marks, right? Because some people want that discretion. I get that. Some people want marks. Yeah, this is.
I feel like I'd want marks.
Yeah, because it's just like, ooh, look at me. You're looking at me. Right, it's
on the
like
neck.
It's like your trophy. Look at that. Yeah, some people like the marks, or I get pictures. Oh, look at this, and
people
are sad.
I'm definitely one of those people.
So I do get that. So that can be, and then you can get heavier. This is like a little pony bat idea, and this can be heavier as well. People like that caning idea. So some people like the sting from the crop, and some people like that thudding, or somewhere in between. Right.
Okay.
So it's a personal preference. Really,
like the flogger, because then you feel like sensual with it.
And there's, like I said, there's suede ones, there's heavier, but there's lovely. It's lovely. Yes, absolutely.
And then last but not least, who is this guy?
How could I forget him? Oh my goodness. So everything we talk about, right, is that, yes, it's domination, but the one thing I do with some people, is that domination? It is. To me, it is. Dominating is very personal, and your own personal preference. It's a strap-on play.
Yes.
A lot of couples love strap-on play. I've probably been doing strap-on longer than everything.
Let me move over to everyone
you see
can
that?
see it.
This is Denzel.
He has a name.
And it's not about taking size, it's not taking pain. It's that journey that we keep talking about, and different sizes. And it is about anal play, strap-on play is a whole talk within itself. But it's just not about taking this and using this. It's really about working up the body, because that is a muscle that must be stretched, to be honest with you. But it's a good thing for couples to do. It's a good power exchange. It is good to bring kink into the bedroom as well. But getting this is an Aslan harness, and it's good to get a good leather harness. This one's nice with the corset back. Right, but you don't have to.
Nice.
You can if you're not sure, you can start out and go to a sex store and get a fetish fantasy one as well. But all sizes, so don't be scared. But this just looks good on camera, I'm sure. So there you go. So that is, so I do offer the strap-on play, and I quite enjoy it. It's a very dominating. Again, it's that experience, right?
Yeah.
And it incorporates good within different role plays as well, whether it's medical play or naughty nurse or things like naughty nurse, right?
So you get to dress up and you do themes and stuff, right?
I do. I have a few characters actually.
Ooh, okay, I need to write this now. What are the characters?
So Mistress Cherry, which is me. I have Nurse Gretchen, and she has like a little PVC white dress, and she's very flirty and like, hi, I'm Nurse Gretchen, and she's that kind of alter ego to me. I've done interviews as her. She's quite funny. She's quite
we may
funny.
have to bring her
That's
on.
right. She's quite. It's funny. It's fun, right? Right. And then I have Sergeant Sybil. People are really into that. I dress in camo and the boots.
Oh,
and
no way.
Yeah, you have a hat. Yeah. So she's my corporate punishment. Punishment. She's really into that hardcore. So people want the hardcore play, and she has attitude. Yeah. It's fun.
I love this is really like role play.
It is. And then I have another one called Izzy. No, I'm not split personality. It's just role play.
Yeah, no. It's just just role play.
It's just role play.
It's role play.
It's
like
fun.
Yeah,
it's just fun. And it's Izzy or Miss Izzy, and she's more the sensualist. You want to just sit and talk, or bring her tea and just chat, and just sit at her feet, and so that's more just some people that want to kind of just edge into it.
Cool.
Yeah, but it's mainly Mistress Cherry, and you can do a whole you can have Nurse Gretchen getting the subby ready for Mistress Cherry and Mistress. I could tell you tons. I could tell you tons of hilarious stories that I have done with those two characters. Yes, so and then people always say, "Is it role play?" I am Mistress Cherry. I am me. I am me. I'm down to earth, but dominating is what I do and what I love to do. It's my passion. It's my career.
And so obviously dressing up is that's fun. That's a part of it. Yeah.
Right. So yes, if you were come to see me or at a club, yes, I don't show up in in my yoga pants. Nothing wrong with yoga pants. All right. But yeah, I am dressed. I'm dressed the part as you see. So
yes, I love that.
Yes. So yes, all the characters are fun.
So are there any Dom events that you go to, and if so, what was your experience like going to these?
All my Dom events have really been great over the years. Of course, pre-COVID, I did the Northbound Fetish Boat Cruise, which was really fun.
Boat cruise!
Oh my God! And they had a dungeon on the boat. And again, I don't know if these events. Yeah, they did. It was really fun. Years ago.
Oh my gosh!
And Subspace. And if you look on FetLife, if you're on FetLife, and if you're not, this interests you, FetLife is a great place to go. It's like a kinky Facebook for like-minded people, right? There's lots. It is, and lots of groups and things like that. And that's what I believe it is. And that's how I. But I find I haven't went in a long time, right? And sometimes that different clubs like yourself might have like a fetish night or a theme night and things like that, right? So that's always great as long as it's safe. But what I'm doing now is doing my own events. So every month having my own workshop or my own fetish night. So once in 1 month in the Burlington dungeon, and then once in the Toronto dungeon, and then kind of rotate that way as well. Doing a BDSM Zoom social call every third Thursday. And that's posted on Cherry Chambers on FetLife. Yeah. And you just we'll talk about flogging, and we'll talk about rope and different things like that.
Like an information session, I guess.
You can ask questions. Workshop. It is like a little workshop, and I do lots of workshops. And in the fall, I'm also launching BDSM school, which BDSM lifestyle coach. If any of this interests you, I'm going to be training subs or top. Yes, so that'll be like a 4-week course, and I can post more details as well.
We would love to, we will definitely be posting about that for you too.
And I loved all the events I have gone to. I love going to clubs. I love getting out there and meeting new great people like yourself.
Thank you!
But I'm making my fetish nights and my workshops a little more intimate. I don't mean like the sex part, intimate, the connection. So it'll be like 10, 12 people at most, depending on numbers and everything, so that I can do more one-on-one teaching, introducing, talking, interaction. So that's kind of my goal, just to bring those big groups down, because then you can go to big places like this and have that interaction. But that's what I'll be doing. I've been doing workshops since we have been able to. So wax play, ropes and things. Wax play, I had a really great. At that time, I could have only 5 people in my social circle because of everything.
Though? Like, what kind of wax? Like wax? Like when you like how you wax your arms, or like?
No, it's
like body soft wax.
Yes, you can get.
Okay, I thought it was like.
That would hurt. I don't do that. Is you can get again at any sex store, love shop.
So it's like the
massage oil, but then they have it's called I forget the name of it. I did post it on FetLife, but it's a box of 4 candles, and they melt down, and you can put it on, and then I actually take it off. It's not sharp. I do a little bit of easy knife play and scrape it off. It's quite sensual.
Oh my gosh, I feel
so
I'm like, I would definitely enjoy that.
It can be lovely. So, and then I can do a whole talk about wax play, but wax play is very sensual. It can have a sadistic component, and those candles, so don't use any candles that are scented or anything. And again, doing it on a budget, you can do tea light candles. Tea lights work, actually.
Because they're that nice waxy.
And the higher if you're trying this at home, be careful. Blow the
disclaimer.
up higher, it will be cooler, obviously. I know that makes sense to some people. Just it'll be cooler, right?
By the time it reaches
and
you.
blow the can. I don't when I'm doing it in the dungeon. I keep it lit because it's that. Woo! Yeah. But I use it as a good aftercare, actually.
Yeah.
People really like it after it's quite mental and tiring being dominated for a long period of time. Because anyone can do it from 90 minutes up to 6 hours, right? With a break, you get a break.
Yeah.
In that 60, I'll get you lunch. It's very sensual and calming, the wax play. You can do it, with the energy healing we talked about, which with your hands and relaxing as well. It's lovely. Wax play is lovely.
I feel like I would enjoy that.
I think you would. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
I like the knife thing too. When you're because it's nice when you pick it off after when you feel it.
You let it harden a bit, And I've done it. It's like Halloween. I do black and orange. You can get different colors.
Oh my
they're called melt me. I think they're called melt me. I see the picture in my head. Yeah, they're in a box of 4. Yeah. It's lovely.
Oh, I'm gonna have to try this out.
Yeah, try it out. All right, absolutely.
Try it out at home.
That's right. So yes, absolutely yes, for sure. Try it out, girl.
Yes. So, what is one thing that you would like to address, in terms of stigma in regards to the Dom community?
Okay, that's a great question.
Yeah.
I guess the main stigma is that we're not all the same.
Yeah.
So if you look up and talk to me or reach out to me or have our phone call, I'm not going to give you the same answers as the next Dom, right? Because a lot of dominatrix are advertising on Leo List. You probably see us there if you're looking for Dom. Leo List is as well as that. With me, I'm not full serve. So I stay dressed at all times. I come in the outfit, like we talk about role plays. I'll show up as nurse or as Mistress Cherry at the door.
Yes.
With what your session is that you have requested, right? It's individual to you. Is that I am not into oral servitude. There's no touching of me. Like if you accidentally touch my hand or hug, that's okay. But it's all appropriate. I'm all over you. And it's not, in the stigma too, that it's not always about that happy ending, right?
Yeah.
It's the journey. So, if we're doing CBT, if it happens, but that's not what we're chasing. We're chasing this experience, the journey. I know I keep saying about the experience and the journey, but it's really important for me to get across because that's what it is for me. That's why I continue to do this every day, because I love it. And I love taking people on a journey. And anyone that comes to see me, it's a different journey every time.
Yeah.
But back to that question, it is that not all Doms are full serve.
Yeah.
And not all Doms are into foot fetish because I'm not. It's just not my thing. But some people love it.
Yeah.
Some people love getting their toes sucked on. It's just not me.
Honestly, everyone knows I'm a dancer, so I have dancer's feet. If y'all know what that is, I was on point shoes and everything, so yeah. I personally, I just don't like feet just because, I'm used to my dancer's feet, so I don't get it, but respect to everyone that does. I've been told I have cute feet. I don't think mine are, but.
Right. And me too. People say, Mistress, your feet are so sexy. Yeah, because, yes, I like keeping my toes painted. I like wearing open-toe shoes sometimes, but I mainly wear my boots, right?
Exactly.
So, yes, I'm just not into feet, and if you are, that's great.
So, basically, there's different, there's different types of Doms.
There is.
So, there's different ones, and they like different things, and not everyone is the same. So, that's a stigma we're trying to address here. That everyone is not the same.
Right. And being self-taught, I've taken workshops in sounding or, I teach in wax play like we talked about.
Yeah.
But everyone is just very that individual. So I guess the main lesson is don't just assume, just ask.
Just ask,
right? Just ask that question. And every question is a great question. And then some people say, well, I don't offer that. But if you're still interested, let's talk about this, right?
Yeah.
So and I'm that kind of old school leather Dom because I like the leather, the PVC, the floggers, but I also enjoy, the strap-on and the sensuality that we talked about as well.
Yeah.
So that kind of that mixture, right?
The mixture, and then just too that it's not always about the sex.
No, absolutely not. It's about that, like we talked about before, why people come and see me is an escape.
Yeah.
That escape from reality, why people come to clubs, just to kind of get away. Because they like the flogger, they like the pain, they like the sensation, they like wearing the collar, right?
It's a distraction.
It's a distraction from everyday life, right?
Yeah.
Like I said before, if their partner can't feel that need or they don't have a partner or it doesn't matter, right? So as well and again male, female, it doesn't matter. You know, it can be for everyone.
It's for everybody. If this is your thing, it could be for you.
That's right. You're kinky interested, so yes, absolutely. Everyone is different.
Yes. All right, so what are your social handles? Where can everybody find you?
Handles. All right, so Instagram, Miss MS Cherry Leatherchaps. I know it's long. You'll find me there. Cherry Leatherchaps on Facebook. I have a Facebook BDSM group, which is very fun, and that you can get all my workshops and we do different themes during the week and so on. And that is called Cherry's Angels. That's a private group, very discreet, so you can reach out to me if that's something that interests you. FetLife, Miss Cherry Leatherchaps as well. And it is Cherry Chambers. I have a group that you can go and you can ask me any questions as well. So those are my main handles.
Amazing.
And I have a website which can cover all of this. So the Burlington Dungeon is on there right now, and then the Toronto Dungeon is going to be reopening again. In September, possibly the end of August. And it is the Toronto Kink Pad, but my website is what I'm getting to. is mistresscherry.net.
Mistresscherry.net.
That's the easiest.
Yes.
Yes.
Aww.
Yeah. There we go.
All right. Well, we always end every episode with a tip for the audience. So you're going to be giving the tip today.
Okay. Awesome.
What is the tip you're going to give for the audience?
The tip for everything across the board is, we go back to what we talked about, is that communication, but the consensual, non-consensual, right? If you're doing anything kinky, is that risk awareness, consensual kink that we talked about, but communicate. Say, is it okay if I, this flogger on you? Get through those hard and soft limits, which means hard is no way. You're not using that Denzel on me. No way. Soft limit might be, okay, you can try some wax play on me, or I'm going to wear the mask. Some people don't like a gag, right? Some people are like, oh, I can't breathe. So really communicate. So rule number 1 through 3, communicate.
Communication is key.
It really is. In any relationship, I realize that, but it's really important when you're going into a dungeon and being tied up. It's really important. So I will ask a lot of questions when we first meet, and then once the collar goes on, we're good to go. That's awesome.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Cherry, for coming in. For our 10th episode, I might add. This is our 10th episode.
Isn't that exciting?
Woo! Woo! Double high five. Let's do it.
Yes, there we go.
Thank you so much.
On that.
Thank you.
Thank
you for coming in. It was so great to have you.
Yes, you as well. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And everyone, don't forget to dance, flirt, vlog.
Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.